Welcome to the Mifratech. Today we are going to discuss in HTML the session 2, where in the first session we are discussed the basics of the HTML, the tags, attributes, metadata, and how the comments will work. Now next we will see the further section what the HTML contains and many more what we can add to the web page. HTML images, where you can take any web page. There you can see some of images and some of a paragraph like an image, where the image can be added. It is a major part where the image added to a web page and it will be displayed to a web page and it will look like an attractive web pages. So, and it is called also a major part of an element, but we can add if you wish. Images are very important to beautify as well as to depict many complex concepts in a simple way on your web page. This tutorial, this session, will take you through the simple steps to use images in your web pages, how it can be added. It's like simple steps. You can insert any image in your web page by using an img tag. The syntax, here you can see img src. Src refers to a source where the image has been located. You can see image URL, attributes, lists, and backslash. The tag is an empty tag. The image tag is an empty tag, which means that it can contain only list of attributes and it has no closing tag. As you know, you have seen in the last session the break tag. The horizontal tag is also an empty tag where it contains only attribute, no attribute, or it's just like a breaking element. It's just like an open backward slash close. For example, we can look at here doc type HTML, title, body. We have inserted the image inside the body, the image source, where the image src refer to a source where the image path has been located. We have to paste that. We have to copy the image URL. Like for example, we have downloaded the image and we have to link the image to an my web page. Go to the downloads. Then in top right where you can see the folder name, or you can type as a local disk, say /downloads/ your image name, and with the extension what it has been a JPG or PNG or it is an HEQ, something what the image has been contained. Here my image has src test PNG. Art test image, this is an attribute where like a given name, like we are giving to testing, that's like a test image. Then close body, close HTML, the output has been displayed here. Here paragraph, we have given a simple insert, image insert, it has been displayed. The test.png, the image has been displayed. The next, in images, in HTML image element, we can add many, set image location or image height, width, how the image should be. It should be in a center, it should be in a where, top, left, bottom, so many things. Now let's say set image location. Usually we keep all the images in a separate directory. It's a better advice to keep a separate directory. When we are using, you get the folder immediately and the images can be easily accessed. So let's keep HTML file as test.html in our home directory and create a subdirectory, and we have made that, and you can see an example. Set image border. The border has been specified like border to A3. You can see example here. Same src test image and the border. By default, image will have a border around it. By default, it will have an image border. Once if you want any specific border or any specific 3, 4, 5, etc., you can specify thickness terms in pixels using the border attribute. A thickness of 0 means no border around the picture. Set image alignment. By default, image alignment will be the left side of the page, but you can use align attribute to set in a center, left or right. The default is left side. If you want in a center or if you want in a right side, you can set an align attribute, where in first session we have seen alignment. Alignment it works with an horizontal way. We align work with an vertical way. We align refers to an top, bottom, etc., and where the align refers to a center, left or right. Here, because of default, we should align as a center or right. Then next we have coming with an HTML tables. The HTML tables allow web authors to arrange data like text, images, links and other tables. You can see many more into rows and columns of cells. The HTML tables are created using the table tag, in which the tr tag is used to create a table rows and td tag is used to create data cells or table data. We can refer td. If you simpler way, you can keep it in a mind. tr used to a table row, td refers to a table data, like creating a data cells. In tables, let's see an example you can easily understand. In creation of a table, we must use a tr and a td. You can see a program here for a creation of a table. Inside the body, table border is equals to 1, the setting of a border. tr tag refers to a table rows. We are creating a table rows, and td to create a data cells and to put an information in that. Row 1, column 1, td, row 1, column 2, close tr. Let's come up with another table row. Okay. If you want to create in a one row, it will go mess up with many huge number of the information. If you use next one table row, another table row, it is better to display as well, and it can be easily understand also. tr, td, row 2, column 1, td, row 2, column 2. Close tr. This is tr table, creation of a table. Tr and td, it is not an empty tag. They have an opening tag and a closing tag. The table data must and should be defined, or the information has been entered in the tr table row. You can see the output here. Here the border is an attribute of a table tag, is used to put a border across of all the cells. If you don't need a border, you can use the border 0, or you can just enter a table. The table is also not an empty tag, it is an opening and a closing tag. Next, table heading. The th. Table heading can be defined using the th tag. This tag will put you to replace a td tag, which is used to represent the actual data cell where th, th and td, the difference is the table heading where it defined as a header tag, like heading element. Once you see an example, you will come to know. Normally, you will put your top row as a table heading as shown below. Otherwise, you can use a th element in any row. We can use the tr also, because we are using a th element. It is referred as a header element, table heading element. You can see here table border 1, tr, th name and th salary. The table heading has been given as a name and the salary. The name was Ramesh Raman, salary was 5,000, and Shabir Hussain 7,000. The table data TD has been used. The next, once we have created the table heading, we can use the TD. Cell padding and cell spacing. In simpler way, I can tell the space between the table is called a cell padding and a cell spacing. The cell padding is like where simpler way you can tell a space between the table. There are two attributes called as a cell padding and a cell spacing, which you will use to adjust the white space in your tables. The cell spacing attribute defines the width of the border, while cell padding represents the distance between cell borders contained within a cell. Where cell spacing, it represents the width of the table and we can adjust it. Cell padding represents the distance between the table. Here you can see an example. Table border 1, cell padding is equals to 5 and cell spacing is equal to 5. You can give any numerical value which you refer. TR, table row and table heading has been created. Table row, table data, etc. The following output has been shown here. You can see any difference. Call span, row span. It is like a cell attribute and a cell spacing, and where it shown as a column and a row. Here you will see a column span attribute if you want to merge 2 or more columns into a single column. Similar way, you will see a row span if you want to merge 2 or more rows. Simple. The merging of two cells with a column or a row called a column span or a row span. Before you seeing a code, you can see here. You will easily understand what is the call span and a row span, the row and the column. Now let's come to the code, how the code has been designed. Table border 1, tr, th, td. Here you can see the table header has been created, column 1, column 2 and column 3, and the first table row has been closed. The next table row, the table data, here you can see row span as 2. Like it takes the table rows as 2 rows. Row 1, cell 1. Close table data, row 1, cell 2, and then it has been actually entered as same. Next, let's come down. TR, TD, row 2, cell 2, like a next cell. We have occupied the row 1, cell 1 as a net 2 rows. We have to enter another. Next, TR, TD, column span 3, row 3, cell 1. Here we are not entering any table data, any TD or data information into a row or column. So it has been displayed here, or in simpler way, the row, it has been taken as 3 rows. Call span is equals to 3. Next, we are discussing an HTML list. We can easily say a list, a couple of lists. A list, how do we refer? We can say lists as a simpler way, a list of tables, a list of vegetables, a list of a man, a woman, many other examples. In HTML, it is defined as a ordered lists and unordered lists, and a definition of lists. Let's say one by one. HTML offers web authors 3 ways for specifying a list of information. All lists must contain one or more list element. Lists may contain any list, may in web pages, any list may contain an ordered list or unordered list or a definition list. Unordered list, this will list items using plain bullets. It will list with plain bullets. Ordered list, this will use a different schemes of numbers to list your items. Definition list, this arrange your items in the same way arranged in the dictionary. One is one. One plain, another plain, etc. Now, let's see HTML unordered lists. An unordered list is a collection of related items that have no special order or sequence. There is a no order or there is a no sequence in this list. What we given, the list has been especially displayed same to as it is. This list is created using an HTML UL tag, unordered list, UL. You can refer UL. Each item in the list is marked with a bullet. You can see an example here. It has been created with the UL, then unordered list, then created a list, beetroot, ginger, potato, radish. The output you have seen, it will create it as a single bullet. HTML unordered lists, if you are required to put your items in a numbered list instead of a bullet, then HTML ordered lists will be used. Oh, sorry, this is the ordered list. Sorry, the PPT has been wrong. The numbering starts at 1 and incremented by 1 of for each successive ordered list element with the list li. Unordered list starts with the UL ending with the closing tag UL tag. Ordered lists OL. You can see OL li. List has been created same as beetroot, ginger, potato, radish. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4. It has been once the number was started, it has been increased by 1 by 1. Next, HTML text links. A web page can contain various links that take you directly to the other pages and even specific parts of a given page. This link known as hyperlinks. Here we will see a 1 by 1. Hyperlinks allow visitors to navigate between websites by clicking on words, phrases and images. Thus, you can create hyperlinks using text or images available on a web page. For example, in any web page you have been seen, when we click on an image, it will be redirect to any another next tab. Here that has been used, like it is called as a hyperlink. Now let's take an example. Let's go to the linking documents. A link is specified using an HTML tag A called an anchor tag, and anything between the open A and tagging a close A tag becomes a part of a link, and user can click that part to reach the linked document. And it is the syntax and the example. href. Href refers to a linking document URL and the attributes link. If you want to add a link text, we can add. Here you can see href. The link was mifratech.com. The target is equals to self and the Mifratech. Once we have clicked the Mifratech, it will be redirect to a page mifratech.com. It is called as words, clicking on a words or clicking on a text, images, etc. The target attribute, where here I have given a target as a self. Let's see which are the target attributes and which are the other target attributes. Like we can see target attributes. If you click a text, or if you click on a Mifratech, it will be open in the same tab. Or if you given any other target, it will open in the next tab. Just like this. Next, the target attribute and many other, which are the target attribute we can see. We have used the target attributes in our previous example. Yes, this target is used to specify the location where linked document is opened. Following are the possible options or following uses we can use: a blank, self, a parent, top, and a target frame. Blank opens a linked document in a new window or a tab. A self opens the linked document in the same frame in the same tab. Parent opens the linked document in the parent frame. Top opens the linked document in the full body of the window. Target frame opens a linked document in a named target frame. Here you can specify the target frame. The target frame once you have been clicked on the image or a text, the target frame will be opened. Next, HTML image links. We have seen how to create a hyperlink using a text. Now we will learn how images in our web pages. Now we will learn how to images to create a hyperlinks. Here the example has been shown. A href target self image alt is equals to Mifratech. Okay, we have been displayed image in itself in a anchor tag. You can observe anchor tag. Once we clicked the image, the Mifratech.com, the Mifratech website will be opened and the target has been given the self, so it will be opened in their same window. We have seen image links right now. Most sensitive image. Let's see what is there. The HTML and XHTML standards provides a features that lets you embed many different links inside a single image. You can create a different links on a single image based on the different coordinates available on the image. Once different links are attached to the different coordinates, we can click the different parts of the image to open a target document, such as most sensitive images are known as image maps. There are two ways: server-side image maps and client-side image maps. Server-side image maps, this is enabled by the ismap attribute or ismap attribute of the image tag, requires access to a server and related image map processing their applications. Client-side image maps This is created with the use map or USE map attribute of the image tag along with the corresponding map or area tags. And next, HTML email links. It is not so far used that much. It is used to send a email to any other one which has been requested. Just to a referral, we can see this. It is not difficult to put an HTML email link in our web page, but it can cause unnecessary spamming problem for your email account. There are people who can run programs to harvest these types of emails and later use them for spamming in various ways. You can have another option to facilitate people to send your emails. One option could be use the HTML form to collect the user data and then you use PHP or CGI script to send an email. I previously told, yes, we can use to collect the data or retrieve the data to using creating a forms. We will discuss in PHP. When we learn going to a PHP, we will discuss about this. Now, yes, here the simple example. I am not going through this. You can see href mail to abc send email. We can do. If you code this, the mail has been the spamming mail. The some of me has to collect. So I am not going to explain. And default settings of the mail. And the next one is HTML frames. Here let's see how to create a frame, how the frames are used. HTML frames. HTML frames are used to divide your browser window into a multiple section where each section can load a separate HTML document. A collection of frames in the browser window is known as an Iframe set. The window is divided into frames in similar way. The tables are organized into rows and columns. Here the frames you can see, in any website you can see it has been displayed with the part by part. So there the frame has been created. Let's see how to creating a frames. To use frames on a page, we use frame set tag instead of a body tag. The frame set tag defines how to divide the window into frames. Understand? The frame set tag defines how to divide the window into frames. The rows attribute of a frame set tag defines the horizontal frames and curls attribute defines vertical frames. Each frame is indicated by a frame tag and it defines which HTML document shall open into the frame. Here the code, the frame set code, doc type, HTML, head, HTML frame set calls, it has been set it as a 50 to 25% and HTML frame to the left, top frame, right frame, center. If not, no frames, the web browser or web page can tell you browser does not support any frames. Here, how to create a frames. And some of the frame set attributes. You have seen frame name, source, like the attributes were calls, rows, columns, rows, border and a frame border. Columns, as you know, specify how many columns the frame width has been set at. The rows and the border, how much the border or how much the pixel wants to be set at. The frame border, the total frame border. This border specifies whether a 3-dimensional border should be displayed between frames. This attribute takes value either 1, that like yes, or 0, like no. For example, frame border is equals to 0, it specifies a no border. Next, HTML iframes. Here you can define an inline frame with an HTML tag iframe. The iframe tag is not somehow related to a frame set tag. Instead, it can appear anywhere in your document. The iframe tag defines a rectangular region within the document in which the browser can display a separate document, including scroll bars and borders. An inline frame is used to embed another document within the current HTML document. The src attribute is used to specify the URL of the document that occupies in the inline frame. Here you can see the code iframe inside the body and inside the paragraph. Inline frame, HTML menu.html, width 555, height 200. Sorry, your browser does not support inline frames. If not, here the output will be given as same. Sorry, your browser does not support inline frames. And same, you can see the attributes of iframe: margin width, margin height, and a frame border. src refer to a source of the frame. Margin width, how much width has been setted, and the height, with how much the height. Frame border, the border total overall border must be setted with the frame border. Next, HTML blocks. In HTML blocks, we are divided into two block level elements and inline elements. Block elements appear on the screen as if they have a line break before and after them. We have discussed the break element, not in a similar way that, for example, the paragraph header H1 to H6, ordered or unordered lists, horizontal rows or a block quad, and an address elements or a block level elements. They all start their own new line, and anything that follows them appears in a one new line. Inline elements, on other hand, can appear within a sentence and do not have to appear on a new line of their own. The bold, italic, underlined, and many other lists. You can see many other. It does not make it a own. Where in block elements, it will be started from the new line. Where in inline elements, it does not start with the new line. Grouping HTML elements. There are two important tags which we use very frequently to group various other HTML tags. Div and span tag. The div tag, this is a very important block level tag which plays a very big role in grouping various other HTML tags and applying CSS on a group of elements. Even now, div tag can be used to create a web page layout where we define different parts, left, right, top, etc. of page using a div tag. This tag does not provide any visual change on the block, but it has more meaning when it is used with the CS. The division tag, as we say, a block level element, it defined it with a block. It defines a block, but it is useful when we use with the CSS. Example. Here you can see the example. Inside the body, the block has been like a div, the closed div. Here the list has been created. In another div, another list has been created. Like here you can see the comments also used. The first group of tags, the second group of tags. This is helpful. We can understand easily by using comments also. Next, here you can see the block, the division one by one. The span tag, the HTML span is an inline element and it can be used to group inline elements in an HTML document. This tag also does not provide any visual change on the block but has more meaning when it is used in the CSS. Same division and the span. It does not change any overall change. It look like a text, a plain text. When we use it with the CSS, it will appear in a different way. The difference between the span tag and the div tag is the span tag used with the inline elements, whereas div tag is used with the block level elements. Example, here the paragraph, the span. This is a, you can see here within the body, the paragraph it is the inline only. We have not created any block here. This is passed color red. It has been displayed, and this is the span style green. This is a red, it has been displayed with the red color, and this is a green, it has been displayed with the green color. Because here you can see the CSS has been used, like the style attribute. You can use it normally in the HTML also, like block level and inline. The day one span tag works. Now let's see what we are discussed in this section. We have started with the images, how the images will work, and setting an image location, image border, image alignment, and we have seen a tables, how to create a table row, table data, table heading, cell padding, cell spacing, row column span, row span, and then we have discussed the lists. There are three types: ordered lists, unordered lists, and a definition list. And the next, text links, how to link a document or a text link or image link. Yes, here you can see email links, frames, how to create a frame by the frame set attributes, iframes, and block level elements, and an inline elements. The main we use for the D1 the span tag, and in this session we have seen this. Let's come up with another concept of the HTML element in the next session, and thank you for watching this video.